The frogs would lay the eggs, and I used to love to go and get them because I was lucky. There were still lots of frogs around when I was young.
Then you pick.
Okay, please read it.
The tadpoles grow inside the jelly. You can see their heads and
Tails. See, if you look in the spot there, it's like a little black spot, but it's actually a baby tadpole. Because when they first, if you look at your picture here, when they first come out of the egg, they've got a little head and a little type of a body with a little teeny weeny.
It looks like a fish.
Yeah, but a little teeny weeny tail.
Yeah.
So if you look at your picture, just imagine that it's a bit shorter than that one because it's only a baby. Yes?
Miss, you talk about the frog, so I don't want to drink them.
Yeah, but the frogs don't bite. They don't bite. Yes, we do.
Miss, when did you know if the tadpoles come in the tails, yeah, and they cut the tail?
No, they don't cut the tail off. It actually uses the membranes and that of the tail to help feed it and make it grow because it's got to grow legs. You've seen a frog's long legs?
Yeah.
It's got to help grow them, so it's all the protein in them. Okay, let's have a look at this one.
The tadpoles hatch a good out of the jelly. Each tadpole has a degree on the wall.
So if you have a look down here, it says 1 day old is just like a dot, and then it's gradually grown. Okay, when it's 6 days old, it's about that big. Now, what are gills? Do you know what gills are?
Yeah.
Okay, what are they?
It's like the things on their fish. He's here! So they can breathe some water.
Very good, Jeremiah. They need to have gills to be able to breathe and put the water in and out, okay? So that's why they have gills, so they can breathe. Okay? Read it, please.
The tadpoles grow very fast. They are very hungry. They eat tiny plants. They use their tails to swim.
Okay, if you look down in that corner there, that's when it was 1 day old. 2 to 3 weeks, see how its head's grown bigger? Its tail's grown fatter? So that's when it's 2 to 3 weeks old. So it's gradually getting a bit bigger all the time. It's a bit like babies, they gradually get bigger and bigger. Okay.
Legs for the tadpole grows back legs from use their back legs to swim and jump. The tadpoles now eat worms in all the small water animals.
But if you see there, their little leg looks really tiny. Their tail is a lot longer, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they just got little nodules for their little legs there. Okay? That's the start of the frog's legs. Yeah, that's the start of the frog's legs, okay? So, as you can see, they're just starting to come out the back of his body, because this is going to end up as a frog's body. See his little legs just starting to grow? Okay? Because that's how it sort of comes along. Okay, so the next one is?
And have feet. Now very long, they swim to the top of the water to breathe in there.
Yes.
Wow, they're starting to have feet too.
Yes, he's starting, his feet are getting a lot longer, right? His body's getting fatter.
It's starting to let the tail shorten.
Yeah, but if he's got a couple little nodules coming down, that'll be his front legs. Okay, so now it's going to come up for water. Okay.
The tadpoles now grow
Soon disappear, yes. So they're gradually losing their tail, but they've grown their front legs. See the little front legs?
Yeah, they're starting to have eyes too. Bigger eyes.
And he's got a lot thicker across here, hasn't he?
It's starting to have four feet.
Okay, so his whole body's got a lot bigger. Across here is for his back legs, and he's actually grown his front legs. But this is getting thinner and thinner.
Yep, it's starting to disappear.
It'll disappear. Then he becomes a frog. Okay?
The tadpoles are now young frogs. The froglets can climb out of water.
Yes. So he's got his front legs, but as a froglet, he's still got a little bit of a frog in 2 to 3 years old. So he's got no tail, because if you look there, you can only see the edges of his legs. He's got no tail at all now. Okay, and he's going to eat that. Does that look delicious? Oh.
Well, the froglets have now they are adult frogs. It looks like a butterfly to me.
He looks like he's had a lot to eat. I reckon he ate a lot of insects.
Looks like a butterfly a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see what's on the next one. A frog's life. He goes from eggs, tadpole with back legs, tadpole with front and back legs, a froglet and a full frog. So he's pretty big there. Okay. Goshie, a dog. What's a dog mean?
Fully grown
And able to mate. Breathe.
To take in oxygen. Oxygen is in air.
And water. That's why remember he got his gills? Disappear?
To go away.
Gills?
Part of the body that young tadpoles use to breathe.
Hatch?
To break out an egg.
Lungs?
Part of the body that all the tadpoles use to breathe.
Why do you think he needs lungs as well? Why do you think a frog needs lungs? Yes,
So they can dive in the water.
I asked Darren.
When they go under the water, they can still breathe.
Breathe, very good. So that's why, so he's what they call amphibious, because he can live on land and he can live on water.
Like turtles.
Yes, okay. Mate.
When a male and female join together to make a baby.
Yes. So that's we seen that at the front, didn't we? Remember we seen that? Okay, so we'll just run through quickly. Okay. What are they doing?
Mating.
Yeah, they're going to make for the eggs. Okay. These are our eggs. They're all in jelly. Okay, this is the next one. It's just like a big heap of jelly, and you'll see little tiny spots all in there. The next step is they're starting to grow into little tadpoles. Here they are when they get out of the egg. They just look like a little spoon with a thin edge, don't they?
Yeah.
That looks like a spoon.
Yeah, you can teach them with like a spoon. Here, I have a spoon for you. And then is a tadpole.
So now they're starting to get their little tummies. They're getting stuff in their little tummies now. And this one, he's getting his back legs. This one is starting to breathe, so he's getting his lungs.
And bigger feet.
Yeah, and then they can eat. So that's the way of the little frog. Okay? There, he's a big frog there.
Can we answer now?
Okay, so let's have a look at our book here. True or false? Female frogs lay eggs, true or false?
True.
Right. Tadpoles use their tails to swim?
True.
Very good.
But yet one of them was really silly. I read one of them.
Adult frogs have long tails?
False.
False. Frogs can croak and jump?
Yeah. True. True. Wait.
Frogs' eggs look like tiny black dots?
No.
Frogs' eggs look like tiny black dots?
True.
Young frogs are called piglets? I think that one would have to be false, eh? Tadpoles have gills so they can breathe underwater. Frogs use their front legs to swim and jump. False. Right, so we got that one right, didn't we? What's the next one? Frog's fact. Where I live, where does a frog live? Dams. They live in moist places where there's water as well as land. So you need to write there where he lives. The food I can eat, because I'm talking about a frog. He can eat bugs and worms and butterflies, whatever he can catch.
Oh, shark. No, little cat.
Whatever he can catch, I think. What I do? What does a frog do? Jump?
I jump and cook and make my sister.
What would be the dangers to the frogs?
Snakes.
Snakes eat frogs, yes. But also there's more.
Crocodiles.
Is there anything like that? Or birds that they come down and they can catch a frog? But one of the main things that is more danger to a frog is man. Why do you think it's man?
Oh, not woman. Okay.
Or woman as well as man. When we talk about overall, we'll talk about mankind. So why do you think that mankind's the most dangerous to the frog?
I don't know. They catch. They eat them. They catch.
Only in France they eat them. But they breed them to eat. Like we breed a cow to eat or a sheep to eat, in France they breed frogs to eat, okay? But one of the main reasons is because we take away their habitat. Now what is habitat?
Where they live.
Where they live. Because we change pull down the trees, we change the river flows. Another thing is, when we're growing our rice here, or when we're growing wheat and stuff in Australia, we spray it for bugs. What do you think that spray does to the poor old frog?
Kills them.
Yes, so it's mankind's the biggest danger to the frogs. Okay, did you know, write one interesting fact about the frog, so you need to do that, okay? So can you write that all down here?
Could we write?
Where do live? Habitat, where it's like water and needs.
Miss Wendy, can we write the frog live in river like that? What do the frogs eat?
Where I live, I would put down water and land. Because he lives on the land, but he needs to have water to keep him moist. Because otherwise, if he didn't keep if he didn't keep his skin moist, it would crack and go hard on him. JT, what book is that down there by you?
Oh, Mr. Appleton.
Oh, okay. Okay, so your first one I would put down as where I live is by water and land.
I did the frogs live in rocks and ponds.
Yeah, well that's the same thing, yes. The food I eat, what would you put down there?
Insects, little plants.
Insects and things, yes.
Little
Or what I can
plants.
eat, what I can catch.
Insect, what else? Little plants.
Insects.
Eggs. Flies.
Yeah, if he can catch a fly, he can eat it. So whatever he can catch small enough that he can eat it. Because if he tried to catch a bird, he wouldn't be able to eat it, would he? His mouth not big enough.
And you make
There's a little, but a snake actually kills him and swallows him whole. Okay, what I do, I jump.
Coke.
Right, yeah.
People.
And they actually help keep the bugs down too. Because the saying is, if you live close to a river or a pond or marshland, because that's where all the frogs live, if you can hear them croak at night, the water is healthy. But if you don't hear frogs, your water is very stagnant and very dirty. Because frogs only like nice, clean water. Okay? But if the water had a lot of chemicals and things like that, that kills the frogs, so you don't hear frogs, because the frogs are all dead. So the danger to me would be mankind.
Mankind, people.
People, that's the same thing, right?
Mankind and snakes.
And snakes and things, yeah.
Snakes, birds, bugs, buffalo. I like buffalo.
Don't go out.
Buffalo's also dangerous.
The buffalo would probably only be danger for him because he'll step on it. I don't think the buffalo's going to eat him.
Buffalo.
Okay, did you know? Now I want you all to think about that one. The book that we went through, write one interesting fact, what you've seen on the book. Remember you've seen the pictures on the book?
Jelly.
What did you do? Jelly, eggs in jelly, yes. So think about what you see in the book and write it down. Okay, could it be when the frog started growing legs, or
Can we do this already?
if you finished on this page, you finish Mickey, if you finish that page you can go on that one. And it's the life cycle of the frog.
I don't know how to draw. Finish.
So okay. So go on to your next page. Okay? And it says an adult frog. So I think you need to draw an adult frog.
How? I don't know.
How would you draw a frog?
I'm not drawing giant nose. First I'll draw a circle. I'll draw a circle.
I'm not very good at drawing, but I think I would start off probably like that.
Yeah.
Okay, you can put some eyes on it. Put legs.
How do you draw it?
And I would say he's probably got his back legs like this somehow.
I think I got
So
it.
that's probably how I start. And I'm not very good at drawing, okay?
This
Okay, what about, you might give him a smiley mouth, okay? There's my frog.
Miss, when this is my frog.
There, that's groovy.
Can you see?
That's too good. So we draw an adult. So that's the closest I've got to a frog, okay?
This one.
I'm not very good.
That's very good. That's very nice.
Okay.
You can copy this.
So we need an adult frog there.
I want to.
Okay, so we're going to start off. What does a frog do next? The second picture. Don't fold your book like that, please, Mickey, because it'll make it pop. The second picture.
I'll try to draw a big one.
What's the second picture about?
Tadpole with. No, going.
What's the second picture? Have a look at your second picture. What's that one about? Eggs in jelly. Frog's eggs.
I want eggs in the jelly.
In jelly, yeah.
Frogs and eggs.
Because remember they
Frogs and eggs.
remember they lay the eggs in the jelly-like form to keep the babies all together.
I'm still stuck.
So what's the next box? This hasn't
Going.
eating tiny parts. So what would you write in that one? What would you draw in that one?
Well, like a frog, pointy feet.
Wouldn't you draw
Pointy tails.
Wouldn't you draw something like that?
That's what I did.
Because that's your next one. Because the next picture is that one. So it would be a picture like that.
I made it like. I can't believe I said yum on it. Yum. I didn't know how to draw, so I draw like this.
So we're going to draw
Hey, draw
like a
like
spoon.
That's gross.
Okay, you looking? You draw like a spoon. Like that both laughing too. Okay? So that's your next one. It looks a bit like a spoon with a very thin handle. What's this one doing? Okay,
Hey, look at mine. It's not beautiful. I just draw it. Look at mine. It's like a meatball. Look at mine. Where?
okay. Are we, hey, back to work. Come on, Maxie. Come on, Max, are you on this page? Because you should be. Okay, so what do you think the The one in the bottom's good.
Tadpoles with legs.
Yes, tadpoles is growing legs.
La la la. Tadpole is growing legs.
That one in the bottom is a because if you look, if you look, this is the same picture. So it's a tadpole growing his legs.
With legs. With that the big with one and buffalo. I think I know.
Okay, so what's the next one? Now you have to draw
I just know how it looks like
a tadpole. Darren, if you look up there, that's your next drawing.
legs. It's already there.
It looks like a frog, but
Oh,
it's
look
got a
at
tail.
me.
Don't forget to draw his tail.
I draw like this. You know what I need?
His back legs should be longer than his front legs.
I'm gonna
Otherwise
say,
you've got him hopping backwards.
Taylor, you know how he
Yeah.
stands like this? It's too big.
Otherwise you'll be hopping backwards.
What is this one?
Okay, now what if we call
Froglets.
froglets? Yeah, that's a froglet.
Froglets. No piglets.
Not a piglet, froglet.
Meatball.
Yeah.
That's a baby pig.
That's a baby frog.
You know how white piglets are baby.
Okay, so therefore, the piglet is a baby pig.
Look, this one.
You boys finished doing your drawings?
I finished. You like my last picture? It's so silly. Look at my last picture, Max.
Poor frog.
Look, I put it's white.
I'm glad that they don't look like that because we'd be running away from them.
one that is
Okay. Okay,
Why don't they have bugs like this on the table?
what happened to his front legs? Ben?
Spider.
He's an adult frog, so he needs his
Mine is
front
a
legs.
meatball.
He needs front legs, you want to get back legs.
But mine is an adult.
Okay.
Mine is really cool. This one's so cool.
Okay, what's happening?
Look at mine.
You forgot his legs.
I don't like to see mine. This is looks like a spider.
Yeah, put it away.
I don't like to see mine. It's like a ball. What? It's a ball. Like a meatball?
That's good.
I wish we could draw the
Okay, put it away. When you finish showing me your books, I have got a word search for you. So I think it's just about the end of it. You want 10,000 what?
10,000 goodies.
If it's dollars, you're not getting it.
You want $10,000.
So it's not happening, okay? If you have 10,000 candles, you'll get as fat as I am. How's that? That's a fright. Come on, Maxie, finish, please.
This is not what we said.
As you're told. Don't tell me what you want me. That's called his back legs should be bigger than his front legs. Otherwise you've got your back legs. No, from the neck. Okay. No, let.
Oh,
Remember?
no.